G'day everyone, welcome back to the channel, and as you know we like to look at new and old models, and today we'll be looking at an older one here from Corgi. As you can see, it is 1/72 scale and it is a Lockheed F-4-1-LO Lightning, and this particular one is from the RAAF's #1 Photo Reconnaissance Unit, or first PRU, as you can see right there. Now, the first PRU was created in mid-1942 and would provide vital aerial reconnaissance during World War II, mapping Japanese occupied areas. Now, our aircraft here, which is obviously a reconnaissance version of the P-38, was assigned to the first PRU in February of 1943. It did arrive in United States Army Air Force colours, so it was repainted into what our model's livery is right here, and it would be flown by multiple pilots on reconnaissance missions throughout 1943. Now, on December 10, 1943, after taking off for a recon mission, it would suffer mechanical issues and was forced to make a landing with its undercarriage retracted. Although the pilot landed safely, he was unhurt, and the aircraft, though, would suffer extensive damage in the subsequent fire after the crash landing, and it would be written off shortly afterwards. Now, with that lid off while I was gas bagging, does come with a little certificate, so there is only 1,960 of these made. So if you do like what you see, of course, on the interwebs, you're going to have to go to try and score one of your own. So it does come in the usual sort of box of this era. Now we'll get this plastic sort of lid off so we can get our sausage fingers all over this model. Oh, geez, sometimes it's a struggle. Now it does come with a stand, so this shaft part is metal, the base is plastic. You put that piece in, and then you've got this piece here, that's metal as well, and these areas are sort of a plastic, so you put that on like so, and your aircraft's supposed to sit nicely on that. Now, there is a little baggie that does have all the undercarriage options and the tanks, so the usual sort of stuff in there, which we will need to affix to our aircraft for gear down. Well, it is second-hand, but usually the Corgi aircraft are set up for in-flight, so let us have a little look. Oh, comes out nice enough. Yeah, oh, that's awesome. So this will be easy. We'll just move this part out of the way. I suppose the only addition we really need to do for the in-flight is to actually chuck these tanks on. So we'll quickly whack it on. So we'll get that part out of the way. Shouldn't be too hard. Even I should be able to manage that. Yep, so we'll zoom right in and check the details out. And as you can see, the RAAF roundels there. It's got some really nice details underneath. Always be very careful. There's another one on the other side, on the upper surface as well. Really easy to sausage finger off, of course. So obviously that'll be where the little cameras are installed. You can see the window on the side there as well. And on that side, that is cool. The overall quality is pretty nice. The finish on it's really well done. The paintwork's nicely done. It's got some nice markings. Obviously there is a little pilot figure in there. No, definitely really cool. I like the earth tones and the green, so that's a little bit of an interesting camouflage. So it's got some details on the propellers as well. Yes, they spin nicely. So, yep, they had plenty of propeller oil back then, Corgi. Yep, that is really cool. Now we'll zoom out a fraction, and to whack it on the stand, it should be the case of, let us try. So these are really sort of awkward to put on the stands because you really got to jam them into place, and I'm not going to jam that right into place, but you're supposed to jam that in and then push down there so that these parts of the cradle slip over the wing there. But yeah, I won't do that right now because I want to take it off so I can put it gear down, of course. But that's pretty much how it's going to sit on your stand. It'll be a little bit more level, but I reckon it does look pretty cool. But for a RAAF Lightning, so yep, definitely pretty happy with that. Hopefully you in-flight people are. What we'll do though is we will throw some landing gear in this and come right back. All right, here we have it set up for gear down. Obviously, it does look fantastic. Very easy to do. You've got two gear bay doors on either side. They can be a little bit loose here and there. They may drop out when you turn it upright to be on its wheels. Speaking of wheels, the tyre tread on these are absolutely awesome, and they do roll. They roll really nicely. Both of these can go in either side, so make sure you put them in the right side. I always sort of, the strut, that angle point there on the base of the wheel there, points forward. Just remember that, always have that pointing forward, and you should be able to remember to put them in the right side, because they will fit in either side. The nose wheel, you won't make a mistake with that. That is just one module that drops straight in. That rolls as well, so all wheels roll. So if you like to roll your aircraft around, of course, you will enjoy doing that. And overall, I think it looks pretty cool. One bonus thing too, the antenna is located there, obviously, whereas on the fighter version with all the guns and that, it's usually located there, like right there. And it's really hard to get that in-flight nose wheel cover out at times, trying to get your finger in between that antenna and the little tab that you use to pull out that cover. But this is on top, so no issue there. Real easy. So yeah, all right, what we'll do was bring our diecast scales of justice in and have a little look at see what this does away. And we have 224 grams for this a beautiful Corgi Lightning here. Yep, definitely like it. Livery's nice, plus it's an Australian one, so of course I'm going to be a little bit biased. And of course, being an older one, you got plenty of propeller oil to play with your propellers. All right, we'll wind up the video. Usual deal, photos at the end. If you care to see some close-up photos, of course. If you don't, just flick to another video. Don't forget, speaking of flicking, flick me some of those if you enjoyed the video or found it helpful in any sort of way. And of course, punch that subscribe button if you're one of those people watching and have yet to subscribe. And of course, feel free to drop a comment below if you like it or don't like it. Doesn't bother me if you don't like it. But always feel free to let me know your thoughts. All right, everyone, I'll wind up by, of course, thanking you, the viewer. Yes, you guys, for dropping past to check out another model here, and older one, of course, by Corgi. So if you do want it, you'll have to hunt the interwebs like I did. All right, happy hunting for your next model. And, of course, you all have an awesome sauce rest of your day. Cheers, everyone.